2025 news. There are just over 10 days until Missouri's municipal elections. St. Louis has been testing its voting equipment for that April 8th election. The machines working just fine, but there seems to be an issue with people actually getting to the polls. First Alert 4's Shoshana Stahl is here with that story. Shoshana.
Cameron, I live in the city and I actually voted today while out on this story. It took me about under 5 minutes. Now, despite this being a mayoral race, the Board of Elections says it's anticipating a lower voter turnout than previous municipal elections.
If you want to have a say in what goes on in your neighborhood, this is the way to do it. This is the way to go about it.
For lifelong St. Louis City resident Bob Classic, voting is always a priority.
I'd like to see St. Louis come out of its shell, change. I mean, we obviously are reliant on tourists. So, I mean, we really need to refresh the city, do some things, crime, check on crime, and just kind of move the city forward, get a little more progressive.
He says the ability to vote early with no excuse is making it even easier to go to the polls.
Everybody should be voting.
For the primary election, the city saw just under 18% voter turnout. St. Louis's Board of Elections Republican Director Gary Stoff says he's predicting about a 25% turnout for the general election, which is lower than normal for a city election.
Many voters get excited about the November elections, presidential election, and then some of that enthusiasm begins to die down.
Stoff says despite what people may think, every vote really does matter.
If you live in the city of St. Louis, this is perhaps the more important election for you because it really will affect everyone in the city, regardless of who gets elected.
Besides the mayoral and comptroller races, there are also several aldermen up for election, as well as the city school district board.
These are folks who are going to make decisions that affect every individual in the city of St. Louis, whether you're Republican or Democrat.
If you do want to vote early, you can do so downtown at the Board of Elections headquarters or at 6 libraries across the city. For some, like Ward Montgomery, the convenience is a driving factor.
You want to get things out of the way as the type of person I am. Get it out of the way. It's over with, done.
In St. Louis County, the Board of Election tells me it's anticipating between 15 and 20% voter turnout, but says that could vary if there are certain areas within the county with more highly contested races. And in St. Charles County, I'm told the anticipated voter turnout will be between 10 and 15%. In the studio, Shoshana Stahl, First Alert 4.
Shoshana, thank you. A traffic alert.